Today, I want to talk about something close to my heart: how to speak English confidently. Learning English changed my life. It opened doors, helped me make friends, and inspired me to dream bigger. But when I started, I was scared. My vocabulary was small, and my accent sounded different. Yet I didn't give up. Step by step, I improved, just like learning to walk. You fall, but you get back up again. I know some of you feel the same. Maybe you're afraid to speak because you think people will laugh or judge you. But here's the truth: making mistakes is part of learning. If we don't try, we can't improve. Speaking English is like learning to swim. At first, the water feels deep, but once you jump in, it gets easier. The more you practice, the more comfortable you become. One of the best ways to learn English is by listening. When you listen regularly, your ears adjust to the sounds, rhythms, and patterns of the language. You pick up new phrases without even realizing it. Think of it like music. The more you hear it, the more familiar it becomes. Another great tip is to practice speaking as much as possible. Talk to friends, join online groups, or even talk to yourself. Yes, talking to yourself in English helps. Pretend you're having conversations, ask yourself questions, and answer them out loud. Over time, you'll notice improvement. Don't worry if you don't know many words yet. Simple words are enough to communicate. Focus on saying what you mean, even if it's not perfect. People will understand you, and as you keep practicing, your vocabulary will grow. When I started, I worried about being laughed at, but then I realized that staying silent wouldn't help me improve. So I spoke anyway, and guess what? Most people were kind and supportive. Reading aloud is another powerful tool. When you read, your brain gets used to seeing and pronouncing words correctly. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger it gets. And don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't know how to say something, it's okay to ask someone. We all need guidance sometimes, and asking questions is how we learn. Here's an important reminder: believe in yourself. If you tell yourself, "I can't do this," it'll be harder to succeed. But if you say, "I can learn this," you'll see progress. Learning English isn't about perfection, it's about taking small steps every day. Imagine climbing a mountain. You don't reach the top in one giant leap. You take one small step after another. Before you know it, you've reached your goal. It's the same with English. Start today, speak as much as you can, and don't worry about being perfect. Just keep going. When I first tried having a full conversation in English, I was terrified. My heart was racing, my hands were sweaty, and my voice shook. But I did it anyway. Even though I made mistakes, I felt proud because I took action. Speaking English isn't about being flawless, it's about being brave. Every time you speak, you're one step closer to fluency. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Watching movies and TV shows in English also helped me a lot. At first, I didn't understand much, but I kept watching. I paid attention to how people express themselves, not just their words, but their tone, gestures, and emotions. Language is more than grammar and vocabulary. It's about connecting with others. Keeping a journal in English was another game changer for me. Every night I wrote a few sentences about my day. It didn't have to be long, even 1 or 2 lines helped. Writing forced me to think in English, and over time, my sentences became clearer and more natural. Try thinking in English too. At first, you might translate from your native language, but gradually, you'll start thinking directly in English. It's like learning to dance. You focus on each step at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. There will be moments when you feel discouraged, but don't give up. Remember why you started learning English in the first place. Whether it's to travel, advance your career, or simply challenge yourself, hold on to that vision. English is a bridge that connects people from different cultures and backgrounds. It opens doors to new experiences, friendships, and opportunities.